What's up, my little Tattle Tells? Listen, we are revisiting what's going on with all the drama between the Braxton family, Tracy's memorial, and her husband and her son. You guys, if you didn't see my last video, go ahead and watch it. A lot of you people were sitting there talking about, Tisa, what are you talking about? Tracy had an amazingly close relationship with her father. Maybe on TV, but we know from a lot of reality shows, TV doesn't mimic life. My whole thing is, I heard that the relationship had gotten complicated toward the end of Tracy's life because, first things first, he wasn't even invited to her memorial service. His name wasn't even on the guest list. And when he did come, he didn't even say a word or two. You guys, I don't know what the definition of complicated is, but that's my definition. Forget what y'all saw on that reality TV show. Something's amiss. Regardless of what you want to say, something's amiss. Because all y'all got are reality TV receipts. And I literally see the funeral where he did not speak and his name wasn't on the guest list. You can make of that what you want. And let's not forget that Tracy's husband is literally saying that him and Tracy planned the funeral together and he was honoring her wishes. Now here's the thing. I know what y'all saying. Well, Tisa, we can't believe that. Why we believe in a husband? Good point, because some gossip came to me in my inbox, and I want to actually share this with you. Now, keep in mind, this is something that someone brought to me. It sounds credible, but that says it is unverified. But in this drama, there's so much going on. I just want to share the things that I get. And if this is true, ooh, I don't know. It adds another layer of a family torn apart, but also it has me side-eyeing her husband. Y'all ready for this? All right, let's get into it. But before we do, go hit that like and subscribe button. Now let's get into the mess. All right. It starts off by saying, hey, Tisa, you're basically one of the only credible reporters left on YouTube. I know. I still was going to read it because, you know, I love to toot my own horn. Anyway, right? She says, so I wanted to share some information with you. There are YouTubers that have been posting lies and slander related to Tracy's passing and the funeral and damn near harassing the Braxton family. Now, when I read this line, I said, continue, because I'm really interested in what's going on. Now get this, they also say in parentheses, Tawanda Braxton has said that she even plans to sue one of the YouTubers. Now get this, they go on to say, we know that people love to drag black women in defense of a black king. She literally put it in parentheses and put K-A-N-G, aka Kevin Surratt. This YouTube bloggers identify and feel attached to Tracy's storyline as a neglected, unwanted sister. And as we know from Portia's Family Matters versus Real Housewives of Atlanta, edited shows do not represent real life. Now, you know, once I write that, I say, go on, girl, you got my attention. Let's see what she has to say. Again, this is all alleged, but if what she's saying even is 10% true, this is really, really groundbreaking. Okay, let's get into it. She goes on to say, her sisters were there when she took her last breath. Tony had to do promo for her movie and spoke about Tracy because she was asked. Tony said that Lifetime allowed her to leave filming early and do minimal promotion. If you don't know, there's been some hoopla about whether Tony was there and Tony cared. I completely understand. Here's the thing, in my mind, grieving is different for everyone. Some people show up for funerals and memorials. Some people don't. Some people grieve in private. Some people grieve in public. I would never judge somebody for the way they grieve. I would give them space for the time to heal. Now, after they heal, they're still on the same dumb-ish. Okay, fine, I can judge. But Tony being there or not really didn't resonate with me, but it resonated with a lot of people on YouTube. But let's continue. Yet, there were bloggers that tried to make it seem like Tony is doing press exploiting Tracy's death to promote her movie. Also, bloggers had instructed people to @Tamar and the family all on their social media. This is really sick-ish. They also go on to say, right, that Kevin Surratt is not a saint. Same goes for Tracy's manager, Cliff. Those men have proved they never had Tracy's best interest in mind. They made her service into a full production and advertising. We witnessed them both straight up lie to Tracy's face about her sisters before on the show, taking advantage of Tracy's mental state, health, etc. I'm just getting fed up with the blogs praising Kevin and dragging the Braxton family right now. Funny how nobody could respond to you under your video the other day when you kept asking why Tracy's father was not on the list or allowed to speak. Kevin is a jacked up husband to her for years and went directly against his wife's final wishes. But I digress. Again, if somebody could tell me why her father wasn't invited. Now, if she was very close, then don't you think the sisters that are actually arguing with Kevin and the manager would lift their heads up and be like, you didn't even invite our daddy and she was close to her daddy. It's funny how as much as you guys are saying she was super tight with her father and the woman that basically destroyed and broke up their family and left them to live in poverty and misery, allegedly, why now y'all saying, oh, she was super, super tight. Then why weren't they there? Why wasn't the girlfriend there? Where was everybody? Why would he disinvite? Because as far as I know, Kevin don't got any beef with the father. But again, let me know in the comments if I'm missing something. I'm not all seeing, all knowing. I be bringing y'all the tea, but sometimes y'all have something to pour too. So pour me a cup of whatever you're sipping because I want to get to the bottom of it. Now, this woman goes on to say, and again, what do you think about what she's saying so far? It actually makes sense and it lets me know that there are layers to this. But again, why ain't her father there? Anyway, I love Tracy and the Braxton family. The truth deserves to be reported on. Thanks for reading, Tisa. If you made it to the end. Yeah, girl, I made it to the end. What's up, Sarah? I made it to the end. P.S. I've seen and purchased every episode of Braxton Family Values. So this girl 100%, this woman 100% knows what she is talking about as far as referencing old clips of the Braxton values and what we can glean from TV. But what do you actually think about the claims she's actually making? Again, this is alleged. We don't know, but have you seen evidence of this? What is going on? Now, I do want to give a rebuttal to my source. Again, it's all alleged. I'm just pouring y'all a cup of tea, and y'all know more than me. Please pour me a cup, right? We are tea sippers together. However, I will say that in the last episode of Braxton's Family Values, even though I believe at that time Tracy was not sick, or if she was sick, it wasn't terminal, but I don't think she was sick back then. The Braxtons did treat her like an unwanted sister. The Braxtons did treat her bad. Her husband did appear to be her rock and appeared to be the one that had her back. Now, here's the thing. I do know, of course, that reality TV does not always follow reality. But don't you think that's a really odd storyline to have? An unloved, unwanted sister? One where your family is always like throwing you under the bus or treating you funny? Why would they agree to that? Why would producers accept that? And why would her husband agree to that if that wasn't the actual case? Did they just do it for views, or was there just a drop of reality in it? Again, also, I believe that was filmed before she was actually sick or diagnosed as being terminally ill. So you never know what actually changed while she was sick. Hence, my questions about if she was so tight with her father and the way that man, in my opinion, tore their lives apart and was so selfish and low down, and that stepmom that literally, to my opinion, didn't treat them good. Why weren't either of them on the guest list? And why did her father only show up? Where was her stepmother she was so tight with? Again, you guys, y'all can sit there and be like, oh my God, she was super close with her daddy. Girl, well then why wasn't her super close daddy and stepmama at that funeral? I need some answers. Listen, to me, the math ain't mathin'. I know it's none of my business, but when they made a public statement to say page 6, it became all our business. Listen, if anybody knows the answer to this, please DM me on Instagram or email me with some receipts or even with your opinion. Because if it seems credible, I will share it to everybody I can. Again, everything I just said in this video was alleged, but if there's even an ounce of it, it does change things. Let me know what you think in the comments, Tattle Tells. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.